back, brother. This content is for those genuinely interested in men's rights. It covers complex, controversial topics that may not suit a general audience. If you're not part of the men's rights community, this video isn't for you, so feel free to tune out now. I'm Conrad Riker, a writer and advocate for fairness, dignity, and respect for men. This movement isn't about division, but addressing systemic injustices in divorce, family law, and societal expectations. Inspired by hardworking men unfairly stripped of their rights, I write for balance and justice. Together, we can change the narrative. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate this video, as it will help get the word out to those who need it. Thank you. Please relax and enjoy. This is an excerpt from Marriage's Unfair Deal: How Prenups Level the Field. Marriage's Unfair Deal: How Prenups Level the Field is an ebook available in all good stores. If you're a man who's ever felt like marriage is a rigged game, this book is for you. If you've ever wondered why the rules seem stacked against you, why your hard-earned assets are at risk, or why society expects you to sacrifice everything while offering little in return, you're not alone. I've been there. I've seen the system up close, and I've lived through the consequences of a legal and cultural landscape that treats men as expendable. This book is my attempt to level the playing field, or at least give you the tools to protect yourself in a world that's increasingly hostile to your interests. Let me be clear. This isn't a book for everyone. If you're someone who believes in the fairy tale version of marriage where love conquers all and the law is fair, put this book down now. Go read a romance novel or binge a feel-good movie. But if you're a man who values logic, reason, and self-preservation, keep reading. This book is for men who want to understand the harsh realities of modern relationships and take control of their futures. It's for men who refuse to be gusset into thinking their concerns don't matter. It's for men who are tired of being told to man up while being stripped of their rights, their dignity, and their resources. I didn't write this book to bash women or to wallow in victimhood. I wrote it because I've seen too many good men destroyed by a system that doesn't care about them. I've watched friends lose their homes, their savings, and even their children because they trusted the wrong person or didn't take the necessary precautions. I've seen men falsely accused, financially exploited, and emotionally crushed, all while being told they're the problem. This book is a wake-up call. It's a guide to navigating a world where the odds are stacked against you, and it's a roadmap to reclaiming your power. Inside, you'll find hard truths about marriage, divorce, and the legal system. You'll learn why prenuptial agreements aren't just for the wealthy, they're essential for any man who wants to protect his future. You'll discover how feminist ideologies have reshaped societal norms to disadvantage men, and you'll see the real-world consequences of policies that prioritize gender over merit. You'll also get practical advice on how to safeguard your assets, defend yourself against false allegations, and stand up for your rights in a world that often seems determined to silence you. This book isn't about fear-mongering or spreading doom and gloom. It's about empowerment. It's about giving you the knowledge and tools you need to make informed decisions and protect yourself from exploitation. It's about reclaiming your masculinity in a world that's increasingly hostile to it. If you're ready to take control of your life and your future, this book is your starting point. But if you're not willing to face the truth, if you'd rather live in denial, then this isn't for you. Put it down and walk away. For the rest of you, let's get to work. With the introduction completed, we are jumping to an extract from the book. In 2018, the U.S. Census Bureau reported that mothers were awarded sole custody in 79.9% of cases, while fathers received sole custody in just 6.6%. This isn't a fluke, it's a pattern. The system is rigged, and the numbers don't lie. When I dug deeper, I found that even in cases where fathers actively sought custody, they were awarded it only 29% of the time. This isn't about who's the better parent. It's about who the courts assume is the better parent, and that assumption is almost always in favor of mothers. The financial fallout for men is staggering. A 2020 study by the Institute for Family Studies found that men who lose custody battles face a 30% drop in income on average, while child support payments can consume up to 50% of their take-home pay. This isn't just unfair, it's financial castration. Let's talk about the long game. Losing custody doesn't just mean losing your kids, it means losing your future. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Marriage and Family found that men who lose custody battles are 40% more likely to experience depression and 35% more likely to suffer from chronic health issues. And it doesn't stop there. These men are also 50% more likely to face unemployment or underemployment within 5 years of the ruling. I've seen it firsthand. A friend of mine, let's call him John, lost custody of his 2 kids after a bitter divorce. He was ordered to pay the €15,000 a month in child support, more than half his income. Within 2 years, he was living in a studio apartment, working 2 jobs, and barely scraping by. Meanwhile, his ex-wife moved into a 4-bedroom house with her new boyfriend. The system didn't just take his kids, it took his dignity. Here's the kicker. The bias isn't just systemic, it's cultural. Judges, lawyers, and even social workers are conditioned to believe that mothers are inherently better caregivers. This isn't based on evidence. It's based on outdated stereotypes. A 2017 study by the American Psychological Association found that 72% of family court judges admitted to favoring mothers in custody disputes, even when fathers presented stronger cases. One judge I spoke to off the record told me, "It's not that we don't think fathers can be good parents. It's that we're trained to see mothers as the default." This bias is so ingrained that even when fathers are clearly more stable, more involved, and more capable, they're still fighting an uphill battle. And let's not forget the role of expert testimony. Psychologists and social workers often reinforce these biases, offering opinions that align with the court's preconceived notions rather than the facts of the case. Consider Michael, a software engineer from Texas. He had a steady job, no criminal record, and a good relationship with his children. His ex-wife, however, had struggled with substance abuse and had 2 DUI arrests. Despite this, she was granted custody. Michael was required to pay $20 monthly in child support, even though his ex-wife had no job and lived with her parents. When he attempted to challenge the decision, the court ruled in her favor again, claiming it was for the best interests of the child. But who truly benefited? Not the children, and not Michael. This situation is far from rare, it's common. Nationwide, fathers like Michael are losing their rights, their money, and their futures. The system is broken, and it's time we fixed it. We need transparency in custody rulings. Judges should be required to provide detailed explanations for their decisions, and those decisions should be subject to review. We also need accountability. Lawyers and expert witnesses who perpetuate gender bias should face consequences, and we need to challenge the cultural narrative that mothers are always the better choice. Fathers are just as capable of raising happy, healthy kids, and it's time the courts recognize that. Until we address these issues, men will continue to be marginalized, and families will continue to suffer. The stakes are too high to ignore. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your interest in Marriage's Unfair Deal. Have prenups level the field available in all good bookstores. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, and God bless.